We have maybe 20 items that they want to shoot. It takes about 45 minutes to set up each individual shot.
Welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Hacks. I am Elton Hubner, the host of the show and the founder of Ice Multimedia, a photo and video production company based here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. In this episode about photography, you're going to learn how much preparation is needed for a photo shoot. As a professional photographer that you are, you don't just show up with your camera and a flashlight and boom, 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 done. Your process is actually much longer than that, and it requires a lot of preparation as well. Can you just give us an idea of what that process looks like?
First of all, I need to really get a clear idea of the scope of the project, whether it's a family portrait or a commercial photography shoot or an entrepreneur looking for personal branding. From there, we have to decide what production level we're working with. Let's start with budget. Where is this going to be used? And then we work backwards. If it's a food shoot, for example, and it's an ambitious menu, we have maybe 20 items that they want to shoot. Realistically, if it takes about 45 minutes to set up each individual shot.
Just for the setup.
Yeah, sometimes, right? Because there's particular food has a very short shelf life, and you have drip shots and you have to place the forks properly. And there's a lot of elements, and building a burger for camera is a lot different than plating it off the barbecue. Making sure that my clients know how much time is involved is probably the biggest factor of a successful shoot and part of the process. Anything that will slow down the production is going to take away from the success of the shoot.
Right.
So being realistic and planning those details is a huge part of my process. That comes up in a creative fee, that comes up in what equipment that I need to be prepared with. Yes, a photographer can absolutely show up with their camera and a flash on hand, but is that going to be the brand? Is that actually the ultimate product that I'm being hired for? It's probably not.
In the case of a company that hires you to come and take some headshots for their team in-house, what does the process look like in that example?
My first step I would do a site inspection. So that's when I would meet and see what the actual location looks like in real life. Then I can take my information and plan accordingly to what the client is looking for in their portraits. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they want it to be environmental and show the location. Other times they want a background and it to be highly styled. So me knowing how I'm going to actually set up and streamline my process, again, the more information I have ahead of time means me showing up and just setting up and getting to work. Usually it takes about 2 to 3 weeks at minimum to fit into my schedule, to do the site inspection, to do all the planning. That's also when we talk about wardrobe and communicating to the staff and being prepared themselves with busy schedules is a challenge of its own. So being able to decide on my schedule and who I work with, maybe there's a makeup artist involved as well, and then of course, their schedule.